All right. Yeah, I've started this one a little bit early because I'm actually playing a game. Now, it's not going to look that great because of how I am streaming it, but this is that new Flintlock game that came out on Xbox Game Pass. So before the show proper, I just wanted to just kind of play it a little bit. So what you're going to see being shown is not the actual performance of the game, but I will say this game has bad performance for what it is, what it looks like. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. So this plays exactly like a easy Souls game. I would say it's almost even trying to be more Bloodborne-like because of the I messed it up. Because of the when someone tries to attack, you can like shoot to stun them. Oh, did I run out? Oh, okay. And then RB is your normal attacks. 4 apparently refills one of your bullets if you look down at the bottom. Hey, Ultronimus. Yeah, just doing a little early pre-show special to show off this new game, Flintlock. Yeah. The combat, it's very much like Souls. Even the X button is simply what you use to I keep pressing to heal. You just press X to heal. It is funny how the right trigger to shoot is some sort of parry. Oh, and then I have to hold down the button to like collect the points. Oh, because so you could probably, as you kill, you could probably rack up points in multipliers, and before you die, you can maybe hold down left button to collect them. Still figuring that out. But anyway, because playing both Suicide Squad and Wanted, they both use right trigger, right button as their means of countering attacks. So it's interesting that that is common. Oh, okay, I messed that one up. And then I lost the points because I got attacked. Oh, that was cool. Yeah, this is very early in the game where there was only a little bit of cutscenes and oh yeah, I don't have ammo for that. So melee attacks recharge ammo. Like I'd love to shoot that, but there's no one around and I don't want to waste ammo. Let's see. I will say the game feels good. In fact, it feels super forgiving. The jumping, the moving around, like it's not as animation locked as a Souls game. So you can use your melee weapon to block and parry enemy attacks. Hold LB to enter blocking stance. Press up. Okay, so this is all very similar to modern games that I'm playing right now. Let's see. Okay, so let's give him some time to jump in here. Okay, that wasn't it either. Okay, there we go. It's a little more delayed than it seems. Okay. So right now, this just came out. It's on Game Pass as well. So if you have Game Pass, you just want to give it a shot, I think it's worth it because I got to say, I got into the game very quick. A break attack cannot be blocked or parried. This is exactly like Wanted Dead. This is the same. I mean, it's similar to a lot of games, but in Wanted Dead, when the character enemy glows red, you have to shoot them to sort of. Oh, I pressed the wrong button again. Oh my God. The only difference is in this healing is X. Okay. Okay, this game is pretty forgiving. Because I messed up a lot on that. And let's do it. So I'm going to say from Dan Vince, good to see you. I'm going to say from a performance perspective, this game doesn't run good. I had to cap it at 60. And even capping it at 60, it's not 60. It's probably between 30 and 60. I'd also say that, let's see, I also reduced from 4K to 1440. I turned anti-aliasing from ultra to high, but it looked and played the exact same. So it's something else entirely. But reviews have been saying that this game just kind of has poor performance. But you know what? That's just something I have to accept a lot with PC gaming is the poor performance that might happen right out of the gate. Otherwise, this game looks good, and here's the thing. For it being super, super, super generic, in my opinion, it plays well. The controls are tight. It's super forgiving, like you saw with that one little mini boss battle I had, where it looks like there's times where I would have got hit, but like the dashing, like there's no endurance meter or stamina meter for the dashing. You could just dash the entire time. Even hold it down, and you kind of. So that's what's cool about this game. It reminds me of when I was playing V Rising and that new Once Human or Only Human. Once Human is the idea of making normal video game tropes just a little easier. Like there's no stamina for, dashing. So I could just dash. Oh, that's cool looking. Took damage. Oh, and I like how, okay, if you take damage, you lose points or you don't gain points or something. So I don't know what to expect from this. Oh, okay. I don't know yet. Like, are we seeing do I just attack and then dodge? Whoa, what is happening? Oh, I died. Or is that part of, there's a cinematic here. I'll skip that. Okay, so it was meant to happen. I noticed, fighting that boss wasn't like there wasn't like any visible tells for what I had to do. Okay, well, it is 8. Oh, I can't skip. It is 8, so I'm gonna stop the game if it lets me. And then we're gonna jump into news. Okay. First impressions of this game. I think it controls really well. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. It's Alt F4 this. Give me a second. Just okay, there we go. Yeah, I know. I hate that. Okay, well, guys, we are back. I am back. I just wanted to do a little fun little pre-show impressions of Flintlock. So I think just from what I played, it is worth trying because it has some it's very Souls-like combat, but it's like very forgiving as well. Even though that was the beginning of the game, it's not if that was an indicator of anything, the game wasn't trying to teach me to be more careful with my attacks because I got through everything pretty easy. So it's probably the way the game's going to be. I want to say that was fun. Could I see myself playing that some more? Yeah, I think so. But maybe not if once I dive into the stuff that I'm currently playing that I'm having a lot of fun with. So I am going to share the first tab of the day. It's my exophase. So, and I didn't do my normal intro. It is July 18th, 2024. This is Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, video game enthusiast. Let's look at what I've been playing. So, what came out yesterday's game I've been waiting for, even though I'd played it before, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. I got the Apple Arcade late last year for the purpose of playing this, the Sonic game that came out on there that's actually good too, and Castlevania, and James Bond. That game's good too. There's some cool games on Apple Arcade, but it's just, the Apple Arcade's annoying to use, I gotta say. But anyway, so I actually played an hour and 27 minutes of this Ninja Turtles game yesterday. I actually played a lot more games yesterday than I thought I would. So the Splintered Fate game is super fun. I when I was playing it, I remember I did a run. I stopped. I was like, okay, I got stuff to do. And then I had time to play again. It's like, I'll play another run real quick. And when I say run, because it's like a Hades game, I get to the first boss, Kurai, I think her name is, the ninja girl. And she kills me because I have to get more powerful enough to beat her. Although I probably could on the first try. But anyway, I would then do another run to get to her. And then, so I did 4 runs total yesterday, leveling up the Ninja Turtles. There's so much to level up. And I was switching, because each run I was switching between the turtles to try them out. This is a great game. I love the Ninja Turtles part to it. The music is interesting because it's not Ninja Turtles music, but it's I guess the composers looked at the video games, the original cartoon, and they're like, okay, let's make this sound the same, similar instruments, kind of similar tones and stuff. I don't know. So Ninja Turtles, Splintered Fate, definitely recommend playing that game. It is a lot of fun. All right, Wanted Dead. I got a little further. I was having trouble fighting this enemy, and I had to look up what to do. And I actually didn't have to look up too much, because as soon as I was searching rooftop bad guys, the game was saying, someone just said how to parry. It was like, oh, how to parry. Oh, so this is a parry thing. So for Wanted Dead, this is a game where it has systems in place, but it doesn't necessarily do a good job of telling you, and that Flintlock might have this problem going forward, of like making you use certain skills. So by the time you get to a certain point in the game, you have to master them. It was more of, in Wanted Dead, I could go most of the game without having to parry. The only time I had to parry is if someone has a sword and they're coming at me. So I was fighting these 2 enemies that have these chain guns that like really shoot at you. You're actually supposed to run up to them so they can hit you with the gun so you can parry it. That's the only way. So once I saw, oh, you got to parry. Anyway, that just made me think, like, I came up to someone's like, oh, this is hard. It's like, oh, actually, it's not. I think I'm about to beat the game. 3 hours, 43 minutes is a lot of fun. In fact, I spent a lot of time yesterday when I played the game actually just running around in the like hub world. And I like when games do this. And it's like the police station. It's 4 floors. You have your, the lobby where you actually see a lot of people walking around in the lobby. And then as you're going through the police station, there are people walking by with things. They'll even talk to you. Inside there's, a restaurant you can eat that has like eating mini games. It has an arcade with karaoke, so you can do a karaoke mini game. It has crane games, so you can do crane mini games. And then also the arcade games. I was talking about that, that Space Runaway, that is a free game on Steam. And then as you're walking around, like there's this weapons room, or there's this girl that's your friend, that you can talk to. And I think there's a hint of some missions, because she said, hey, have you seen my cat? And then there's like a picture in her office that you could pick up of the cat. And so maybe you have to try to find the cat. But that's neat too, because there's like items around this hub world that you can pick up that just give you extra XP. And then there was one level I was on last night where I found one of those pickups. And it has lore, and it's like, okay, maybe more of the levels have this. And that's where the replay value would be, is after you beat the game, unlocked all the skills, you can go back to the beginning, try to unlock everything else. It's just a good game. It really is. And then Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. I played that yesterday before the stream, actually, when I was just getting the epic, making getting the achievement so it showed up in the Epic Games thing. But it's really cool how Switch is really on point. There's no achievements, which I guess is fine. My whole thing is I like to use achievements for tracking. For instance, in Wanted Dead, I got this one to clear training level 4. What if I'm able to look at achievements I haven't gotten? There might be something like, beat the special zone. And I'm like, oh, there's a special zone? So, that's why I like achievements. So with Ninja Turtles Splinter Fate, let's say like 2 years from now, I look back, oh, only 1 hour and 27 minutes. I must have not played through it all. I guess that's the only indicator I can use. I just think it's crazy that over the weekend till today, 3 hours and 43 minutes of Wanted Dead, but I did in one day 1 hour and 27 minutes of Splinter Fate. And being on the Switch is helpful, because I think most of the time I was playing in the living room when my wife was in there too. We were just chatting. So that's what I've been playing. Wanted Dead, awesome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, awesome. Splintered Fate, or Flintlock. Actually, that has now updated on here, the Flintlock. I bet if I refresh my profile, yeah, it'll show up there. Flintlock plays fine. It's just has some pretty poor PC performance, so it might play better on the Xbox. I could try that, but I just like my PC. The display I use, my monitor, it's higher end than what a console can put out, but does that really matter all the time? I don't know. All right, so that is it with the Exophase stuff. What's next? So I came across this, and hopefully you guys could see that, and it's basically like old school GTA, but it's played where the camera system looks more like a real camera from a helicopter. We've kind of seen these in other games, like those military war games where it has like the night vision and you're shooting cannon blasts at people. But this is pretty neat. I like the way this looks because again, it's like old school GTA. I wonder if I can make it, a little bigger. There we go. Yeah, old school GTA, but with the camera of like a, oh, look at the debris. Yeah, the camera of a helicopter to make it look realistic. This is a good immersive way to portray this. This could be fun to play. Now, I don't know the name of it because it says get chased by police in this GTA-inspired top-down indie game. And then we have the Twitter. Well, let's go to their Twitter and maybe okay, no, that's something else. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, guys, you can drive a white Bronco. Oh my god, like recreating OJ. None of the models used in this prototype belong to me and will not be used. Oh, this is back in 2023, so he's since made. But yeah, I don't think there's a name yet. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna just keep track of this because that looks really good. Let's see. What is? Oh, here we go. Action RPG Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn launches. According to reviewers, it's a solid mid-tier game, perfect to play on Xbox Game Pass. That is exactly right, in my opinion. Playing the game, did it do anything new or wow me about anything? No. But it had that same familiar feeling of the what games have been in the past 14 years or so, 15 years, the sort of Souls experience. But this, I don't want to say dumbs it down. It makes it's way more forgiving. It's way more forgiving, and I think that's cool. That way you can kind of just sit back, play a lot. Let's see. Okay, unfortunately, some reviews pointed out the somewhat crude combat system, whose flaws were masked by the devs with flashiness. Furthermore, the plot is. I would say that from what I played, I noticed there wasn't too much to the combat system, even though there was very little that I played. But it just looked cool and it felt good. That's the main thing they've kind of got here is the feeling of it. But the main thing is them. Pleasing is the fact that Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn is a game almost devoid of technical or optimization issues. Maybe for them, but or maybe they're talking specifically on Xbox because the reviews I was watching yesterday, they were showing off the performance issues it has on PC, and I actually witnessed it as well, where it shouldn't run the way it was on my PC, even though it looked fine. In fact, I could play it like that and not really have an issue, especially considering it's not like this is a game that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to play. I can just pick it up and play it. I'd be fine. Which is interesting because I don't, it's been a while since there's been a number of games at the same time that I wanted to beat, Oh, I forgot Throne and Liberty closed beta test. I downloaded that because that looked pretty interesting, but I don't think it's available until now. But Suicide Squad, that was fun. Wanted Dead, that's fun. I'm about to beat it, luckily. Splinter Fate, I'd be playing that. And then Flintlock, if there's nothing else to play, I'd play that. So it's really cool, the games that are out right now. July has been pretty cool for me. Okay, let's jump into some video game news. Trump shooter posted cryptic message on Steam before assassination attempt. Well, that's too bad. I don't want to get into that stuff. Who knows what's going on there? 2024 game sales remain strong in Europe despite fewer AAA releases. Yeah, because the AAA doesn't matter. There's too many games. AAA, AA, whatever. People are going to play. It's like I think the general population when it comes to playing games kind of doesn't care if it's AAA or AA, because a game can be AA but look AAA. So I think people are really going where the fun is. I mean, look at Roblox. Does that look AAA? No, it's one of the most popular games of all time right now. All right. Tarkov came out with a PvE mode that anyone can buy. That's cool. Blue Scarab. Wait. How a surprise launch and fortunate timing helped Gray Zone Warfare top Steam. I wonder if that changed, because I played this. I did a little discussion about it, I don't know, about a month or two ago, and I guess it's like Flintlock in the way that it's like just super simple, what you would expect, but I wasn't feeling it. Okay, report 82% of US gamers made an in-game purchase in freemium titles in 2023. I mean, to be honest, that sounds logical. I mean, most people are playing stuff like Fortnite, Roblox, any of those other games. I mean, most people are. There is a huge divide between these mainstream games and a normal game. It's just the publishers got caught up in wanting everything to be mainstream, and media doesn't help a lot because they do comparisons like this that skew what the perception is. A good example is like the Gun and Battle Operation 2 on PlayStation. The reason it still exists today is just because there's people that wail. There's people that will spend enough money to pay the salaries of the people working at Bandai on the game, even though there's not that many people that play it. It's a money game. It's a numbers game. Let's see. Just like, again, saying when sales are down, but everything's fine, people are still playing. And that's only 1.6%. Yeah, this is interesting. Nintendo is releasing a new two-way stand for Switch Joy-Cons. This came out of nowhere. I mean, we're near the end of the Switch life, and it says it'll release in Japan in October, so I don't know if that means it's coming here, but that's a pretty neat thing. I wonder how much backwards compatibility there's going to be with the Joy-Con 2. I mean, rumor is it's using magnets instead. That would be neat, but it would be cool. And I bet there could be adapters. It actually reminds me of that right now. There's adapters you can use for a tablet or cell phone, so you can have your Joy-Cons plugged into the sides. So it's possible. Oh, R.I.P. Influential GoldenEye Perfect Dark artist Brett Jones has died. Oh, and he worked TV and film. Well, R.I.P. Brett Jones. GoldenEye and Perfect Dark were definitely big influences, big impacts on me in gaming at the time. And maybe because I might not bring this up by then, but so my birthday, August 30th, GoldenEye came out right before that. And I remember, I forget how old the birthday was for that when it came out. I'd have to look that up, but I invited 3 friends over. We got Twizzlers, Doritos, M&Ms with peanuts, and we just played GoldenEye 4-player in the living room all night. It was amazing. Some great times. Okay. Sega reached a settlement against staff members harasser. Well, hopefully they're figuring that stuff out, because I want to play games right now. Let's see. Apex Legends community plummets ahead of esports World Cup event. Wow, did they factor that in? Changing up the way the live service works right before esports tournaments or whatever. I don't know. Again, kind of don't care about esports. Red Bull League of its own returns this December. Yeah, I kind of don't care. Ninja speaks the truth about Stadia streaming cancel. Well, hopefully he's giving good advice, since there's a lot of kids that watch him. Let's see. Fallout London devs will vanish from society if the launch fails. That sounds crazy. They'll simply disappear if the launch of the game size mod is a failure. No. Don't. That's the wrong way to look at it. If it's a failure, use that as a lesson. Let's see. Steam is run by fewer than 80 staff, lawsuit docs reveal. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it takes. I do know that when my Steam account back in 2012, I think it was, got hacked. And that was, when Arkham Knight was out. And I couldn't play for like a week. No, it was Arkham Origins, Arkham City. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. It was a whole week I had to wait for Steam to get back to me. Now, I felt I was mad that I couldn't play for a week, but at the same time, I felt that was pretty reasonable considering they'd have to research and figure out, okay, this guy's claiming his account was hacked. Was it really? And then, they could look that up. I don't know. I feel like a week is, although at the time I was like, I can't wait. Let's see. Autonomous, I still can't get back into my Steam account. Oh my gosh. What can we do about that? That's crazy. How long has it been? I wonder if there's something that can be done. Insane Xbox 360 store sale. Oh, this is a good. Oh, my mouse is jumping around as if my computer's about to. What in tarnations? Okay. Let me share this tab. Insane Xbox 360 store sale live now ahead of permanent shutdown. That's going to be the 29th. Okay. Let me look at something. I'm going to try to, if not tomorrow, maybe by next week, get my 360 hooked up, screen share, and go through the store and maybe try to find the real 360 exclusives, not like something that's been ported. But it's hard to find that because anytime I search for Xbox 360 exclusives that are not backwards compatible, that are ported, people are throwing on games that are on PS3 also. And it's like, well, that's not what I was looking for. I want to find a definitive list. I just haven't searched too hard, but I need to find one. Some games here, for example, are all neat games. I even like Bionic Commando, even though people made fun of that a lot. I thought that was a good game. Interesting. It's funny when I see some of these games on here, and I think that doesn't seem like that was too long ago. But it was. Time has flown for sure. Yeah, and that whole thing, I think I talked about it yesterday, how they had, hydrophobia. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Autonomous. Thank you. There's a theme that you can have in the background of your Xbox right now that is the old 360 Blades theme, but it doesn't move or do anything. So it has the look, which I guess is cool, but doesn't really do anything. Okay. I need to get a definitive list. Hopefully we can get that soon. Although you got to admit, that's been a long time that the 360 was it going on 15 years of just having a storefront for people to play. Like 15 years, man. That's a long time. Okay. Fallout gets 16 Emmy nominations. Good for that. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is now available on PC. Not that I recommend it, and I don't know if it's changed up a lot. Which brings me to something I meant to talk about. So this is a game that was on mobile, ported to PC. We kind of see that a lot, where the idea is you put it on one platform first, you wait a long time, and then, port it or whatever. Like Balatro, originally on Switch, later ported to mobile, so people were double dipping. But what's interesting about that Ninja Turtle Splintered Fate is on the Apple Arcade, when I played it, it felt like I was trying to play a mobile game with a controller. But they did something to the Switch version where they really went in there and fine-tuned the controls where it really feels better as a game to play on a controller. So props to the developer on that, Super Mega Evil Corp or something like that. Super Evil Mega Corp. But this type of game that was on mobile is a turn-based RPG, so it might not matter. In fact, you probably use your mouse. But I just wonder if they made any improvements to make it a more enjoyable experience, because the way it works on mobile is it's a lot of just grinding with these characters, and then Yeah, it's one of those mobile games. So interesting that it's on PC. All right, PlayStation owners can claim a 3-month Apple TV Plus free trial. That's pretty neat. I don't have Apple TV Plus. Um, I wouldn't mind checking that out to watch. Yeah, this that Monarch show. That's like totally my thing. I think it's crazy that I haven't watched anything from Apple TV Plus because everyone says good things about everything. And I mean, look, Masters of the Air, is that like a dog fighting aerial combat game? I'd play that or watch that and play that. Um, let's see. So Orcs Must Die Death Trap. That's something new. Okay. Wait, Blue Scarab Entertainment formed by Helldivers 2 and Battlefield 1. Okay, I saw the news about this earlier. This headline does a better job painting a picture. But it's an MMORPG. Okay, well, we'll see. That doesn't help. Like that's almost like saying I'm making a game. You know, an MMORPG could be anything. Koei Tecmo and Yuzu reached settlement on copyright infringement suit. Interesting. But it doesn't look like the Yuzu, the Switch emulations. I really don't know what that's about, but I don't think I care. Anything else interesting? Some more Call of Duty info with season 5. A lot of sports stuff here. Yeah, grab your Amazon Prime games if you haven't yet. A lot of free games on there that are really good. Bolletro creator unveils a few slick sign posting strategies. I don't know what that means. Local Thunk breaks down the various ways players are guided to understand and internalize the deck builder's card mechanics. Well, I don't know if it did a good job of that. I played it for a long time, not realizing I was playing it incorrectly. It wasn't until you look at the challenges at the start of the screen where it says, try to do this. So then as I'm playing, then the choices I make would go in that direction. And then I realized, oh, I can leverage this or that or whatever. It's fun. I like games that you kind of have to figure it out. But that game, it's not obvious. Yeah, Xbox releases new controller with Deadpool's, but that's it's kind of funny. But I gotta say, as much as I like Deadpool, I feel like, and maybe it's because I haven't read the comics enough. I feel like the marketing in this movie is like going like too far into that goofy direction. Like too far into that. Like I know that's what Deadpool is, but even this, like it's like funny for a second. But to be a real controller, they should probably not have the butt on there. I don't know. Because that the texture, everything on here looks awesome. But it's one of those things that it was same with the X-Men 97 that they're just made a limited amount and you have to like try to win it. The X-Men 97 controllers, I wish they had those for sale. And those were a little more basic. Like this is a whole textured and a whole molded thing going on here. So yeah, but hey, it's for marketing purposes. Like right now, the Wolverine and Deadpool is like on its like most extreme marketing campaign because I think Disney's banking on that a whole lot. Ultronum is saying the goofy Deadpool is definitely more of a modern thing, and they kind of just stuck with it. Oh, okay, so that is the case then. And I didn't know too much of Deadpool in the past. It was a little bit before that Origins movie came out, the X-Men, and then there's a Deadpool and Cable comic that I would read a little bit of. Like, it's funny how much I've only read some comics, and I really don't feel like I act nowadays. I feel like I don't really know the characters like I thought. I mean, X-Men has kind of taught me that. But yeah, we'll see. And I think that's part of it with this new Wolverine and Deadpool movie. It's almost like, people are tired of the superhero movies in a way. There's some fatigue. So the idea is, well, let's make a movie where it's all about that. So that was my like thing about this movie too, is like how self-aware is it? I don't mind a little bit of that. That's kind of Deadpool's thing. But if the whole movie is about the movie universe instead of like a self-contained story that has to do with characters, I don't know. I don't know what to think. It'd still be good though. Probably will be good since they're banking so much on it. I don't know. Okay, PlayStation Store summer sale launches with over 4,500 deals. Well, I'll have to check my wish list because I I think I bought Dead or Alive 6 on PlayStation because it was the cheapest I'd ever found it. And then the DLC, there's so much DLC for it. It's super expensive. Like I want to get the what is it? The character from King of Fighters. Mai Shirizami or whatever. There's that DLC pack for Dead or Alive 6. But it's hard for me to spend like what 15 or 20 on something like that when it's like a character pack in a fighting game. So it's like I'd rather buy like I just wait for them when they go on sale, basically. Ultimate Edition of Back 4 Blood on sale. Wow. $99 to $9.99. I gotta say though, I did not care for Back 4 Blood. I think me and my brothers played like once. But anyway, that's about it. Thanks everyone for joining. That is today's episode of the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. Again, thanks everyone for joining. I'll be doing this again later. If I don't know. What am I trying to say here other than have a good day? We'll talk later. Peace out.